What's up, guys? It's me, Cyrus. I'm just doing some tests. Changed a bunch of stuff. I have a whole new thing going on over here. So, just testing some stuff, getting things set up. Probably not really going to stream very much here because, like I said, I'm just seeing how this works. Got my computer set up with all my emulators and everything. Get that up over here. And it seems to be running well. I got everything going pretty good. Using the controller, the SNES 30 Pro for everything. Just set it up with RetroArch and everything. I got my Sega Genesis all set up, and I started messing around with it, and I remembered that game that I had bought, that homebrew game that I had bought, actually doesn't work on my EverDrive. So I got kind of like down on that, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do everything on an emulator for right now. I'm just going to do everything that way. Down Phoenix says, growing the beard out, huh? Nah, I'll probably shave it tomorrow. Just lazy. I've been busy doing a bunch of crap. So, anyway, like I said, I'm not really planning to stream for very long. I think this is a lot better setup, though, for everything that I'm going to be doing, for the stuff that I want to do. Because, like I said, I'm probably going to use this computer for most of what I do for a while anyway. Eventually, I'll come back and I'll start doing, Super Nintendo cartridges and, whatnot. But, not right now. I don't know. Don't grow it out. Beards rule. I can't stand it. Like, facial hair makes me crazy. It's it's itchy and it's not good. I just got kind of lazy. That's all. I think RetroArch is working pretty good. I did a bunch of testing on different setup options and things to see how it would work. You can see here when I go to the menu that it's cutting off the side of the screen. And that's because I have it set up to, it's just showing the 4x3 part of it right there on the screen. But the whole thing is there. And I tried doing some experiments with actually setting the computer to instead of 1920 by 1080, 14, whatever it is, 1400 by 1080 or something like that, the 4x3 ratio. And it worked pretty good, but then sometimes RetroArch would just randomly stretch the screen and do weird stuff. So this is the best solution, I think. That's fine. Nobody needs to see all these menus and things anyway. Yeah, it's one of those things you've got to get used to. Moisturizing helps too. Ooh. Moisturizing. But I think I'm pretty happy overall with the setup. I think it looks really good. I'm very happy with it. This computer is obviously not as good as, the computer I'm using to run RetroArch is not as good as the main computer that I have, but it's actually quite a bit better than that little microcomputer. So it's running pretty well. I can't run GameCube through RetroArch because it just doesn't work correctly. I'm not really sure what the problem is. Something to do with the internal settings, stuff that RetroArch is not letting me change. But Dolphin runs pretty good. Dolphin actually does run pretty good. I just can't run the Dolphin that's built into RetroArch. I have to do the standalone one. But it looks good. This looks good. It's my favorite Street Fighter. Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold. It looks fantastic on here. Swan Station. It's nice. I'm going to bring up camera for a second. We're going to change this out. I'm going to put Dolphin, standalone Dolphin, so we can kind of look at it. Because Dolphin does run pretty good, except when it very starts to load some of the games, it's a little glitchy. And a couple of the games just don't really want to work at all. Wrong mouse. Okay. What did I do with Dolphin? Where are you? What did I do with you? I guess I didn't put a link to it. Okay, let me bring it up. Emulators, Dolphin. Create shortcut. There we go. Actually didn't want to do that. I want to do that. All right. There. All right, hang on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Pharaoh Man. I play this on Saturn, but it's not gold. They do have... Oh, there's a new update to Dolphin. How about that? Yes, I'll update. Installed update. Yes. They do have a Sega Saturn Street Fighter collection, and it's on the second disc, just like for the PlayStation. It's not called Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold, though. It's called Street Fighter 02 Gold on the Saturn. And it's the same. It's actually better. The Saturn version is better. It has more animation. And you get to use the Saturn controller, which is phenomenal. Okay, so we got Dolphin updated. Dang it. Come over here. Get over here. F-Zero GX is the game that starts out kind of, and then it gets better as it goes. Hang on. Let's see if it works for this. Compiling shaders. It is taking a minute to do this. Hopefully it speeds up. Playing Street Fighter again. Silverwings, what's up? Don't bang your hands on the table. Bang your hands! It'll help to drive you mad. Oh, Down Phoenix. I'm looking forward to getting my MiG Switch. Your MiG Switch. It will be shipping in near future. Comes with ROM Dumper 2. I don't know what a MiG Switch is. I have no idea what that is. ROM Dumper. Is this something like that lets you pirate Switch games? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. So it's running pretty good, but like I said, when it starts up the racetrack, it's a little like wonky, and then it evens out. It just takes it a second. So right here is fine. Overall, I'm pretty happy with all of this. MiG Switch. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. How dare you, you filthy, dirty pirate. You are the part of the problem, Down Phoenix. But you've known that for years. See if I'm trying to see if it cuts any of the screen off. Hopefully it doesn't. seems to be the whole thing. I think so. I don't think it's cutting anything off. This game really demonstrates the N64 versus GameCube because the graphics between this and F-Zero X is insane. Yes. What an upgrade. Probably the most substantial upgrade ever, you know, for Nintendo. Going from N64. Okay, now watch this. It's a little sluggish right here, but then it'll kick in a second. Like right there, see? Just in that opening little spot, it's like kind of weird. And then it's fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. But several GameCube games seem to have like some issues getting started, and then once they get going, they're okay. Some of them, like one of the Need for Speeds, actually just runs like total crap no matter what I do. Uh-oh, a little hitch right there. Wonder what that's about. I really enjoyed playing this on my Xbox Series S until they took away the ability to do so. It was fun. Little hitch right there too, at the very end. Damn says, yeah, I've been a filthy pirate for many years, ever since I downloaded SimCity 2000 from a Juarez site. You're responsible for the downfall of the Dreamcast, aren't you? You're that guy. You're the guy who ruined it for everyone. See how it looks when it's doing this. Seems to be running pretty good. Let's see if I can bring up the whole thing here. No. No, I can't. I don't have it set up. That's alright. I actually didn't get the Dreamcast until it was on its way out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Parents bought me one for $100. I'm surprised they didn't steal it. Thief. I mean, why stop at software? Anyway, so that game that I bought, that ROM, that Genesis ROM, Demons of Asteros, it'll run on the emulator, but it won't run on my Genesis. So that's why I was like, I'm just gonna do the emulators. This is a little sluggish, right? You can see it's like not 100%. It's too bad. The GPU on this computer is fine. It's a 1050 Ti, which is fine for this. But I guess the CPU is struggling just a little bit. It's an i5 3470 or something like that. So it's not that great, but I think the CPU on that little microcomputer was actually better, but the GPU was not good at all, so that's why I decided to use this one. Down Phoenix says, I remember those ads saying you wouldn't download a car. I totally would if I could manipulate the laws of physics. Yeah. I got Dreamcast in the first year, didn't get it on launch, though got Final Fantasy VIII on 9999. 9999! Thought you had a 3060. I do have a 3060 in this other computer. I'm running all of this on my old computer that I used to use for everything. My main computer. And on the computer that I'm now using for everything, it's way better. It's 3060 and really awesome. It's a good computer. I don't know. i7 something. Hell, I don't know. Let me bring up the settings. I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you about. It is an 11th gen Intel Core i7 11700F, 32 gig of RAM, and yes, I do have a 3060, which doesn't show there, but NVIDIA will tell me about it. Tell me about it, NVIDIA. What is my graphics card? How do I do that? Settings. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060. Yep, that's all it says. I don't know. It's pretty nice. Oh, I don't get why you would do that. You don't get why I would do what? Why I would run stuff off of one computer and capture it on the other computer? Why I wouldn't want to run everything all off the same computer? You don't get why I wouldn't do that? Okay. I'm sorry I'm not doing it the way you would like me to do it. Yeah, when you run everything off of one computer, at least my experience is sometimes you can have problems with that. Like it can cause performance issues and you can't do everything you want to do with OBS because you're eating up a lot of your resources doing things. There are reasons why I do the things that I do, although it might seem like there are not good reasons for the things that I do. It is what it is. I installed Steam on this computer as well. And for the games that I'm going to be running on here, I think it runs them pretty good. All right, do I not have a 16:9 mode set up? I don't, because I changed that. Oh, there we go. Okay, I do have that. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Down Phoenix, all about risk reward, my friend. That's what Mike says. I don't have the comments set up to come up on this screen, this 16:9 screen. Let's see if I can fix that. Browser. Chat selects. There we go. Chat select. Let's see how that works. Boop. Boop. Yeah, that'll work. We'll do it like that. All right. This is an awesome Batman game. It's an Arkham game, and a lot of people didn't play it because it wasn't carried over. Like this never got the re-release that the other ones got, the remaster. So if you want this game, you either have to have it on PC, like I have, or you have to have it on PS3, Xbox 360, or the Wii U. And I think that's all. I don't think it's on anything else. It's not on Switch. So, but it's pretty good. I think at the time, a lot of people criticized this game because I don't know why. They're like, oh, it's so barren. There's no people. Like, yeah, that's part of the story, actually. But graphically, it's not bad at all. It's actually really good, and it's actually really fun. I like the fact that everything's sort of like abandoned and everything. It's pretty cool. And it has, like I said, it has a good story to it. I like all these Batman games. See, it runs pretty good on this computer. Most of the Steam games I have are a little bit older, so I don't need, again, Down Phoenix, if it's okay. I don't need them to run on my new computer. I can run them on this other one. Mike says some streamer chick made an argument that the Batman games are better than the Spider-Man. That's an interesting. Yeah, Arkham Origins. Yeah, that's an interesting. I don't know. So I haven't played through all the Spider-Man stuff, but I have played through every single one of these Batman games, and I think they're pretty similar in a lot of ways, actually. They're not exactly similar, but there are a lot of things that they have in common as far as how you play the game and, you know, the some of the mechanics and stuff. It's very similar. Just hopping around ceiling to ceiling for a second here. Not really doing anything. Just checking out, see how it runs.
Attention available units. We got a call of a violent crime. Still waiting on location details.
Seems like it runs pretty good. It runs better on here than it does on my PS3 or my Wii U, I'll tell you that. It runs like, I would say 30 frames ish on both of those. I don't know if it hits a solid 30 on either one of them, but that's how it was back in those days. You know, the Arkham games they didn't run super smooth, but man, they are fun. Solving all the little riddles and puzzles and stuff. It's pretty badass. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to be playing this for very long here. We're just doing a couple of tests on this to see how it works. See if we can beat these guys' ass. Yeah. Pretty badass. Pretty badass. Yeah, it runs pretty good, I think. It's not too bad. It's not my favorite of the Arkham games, but it's definitely not bad. I like it a lot. I think my favorite is the... Most people would say their favorite is Arkham City, and that one is really, really good. But I think my favorite is the first one, just because it was a big surprise. Like, I was very, very blown away by that game. I love that game. I love all the Arkham games, but that one in particular, I think is... I actually played through that whole game like 3 times. I played through it on the Xbox 360, and then I played through it again to do the special mode or whatever it was, where like the advanced mode, whatever they call it, plus mode or something like that. And then I played through it again on PC. I have never played all the way through it. I do have it on PS3. I just haven't played through it all the way. And I haven't played through the remake on PS4, but I should, because I love it. Mike says the key is to not let them barricade you once. So I was told. Oh yeah. Played Asylum on PlayStation 3. It's awesome. It's a fantastic game. Like I said, we're not gonna play through this. I just wanted to test out some stuff on it. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? What we can do is run the benchmark on it, just see how it handles the benchmark. It has a nice benchmark on this. I love that about these Arkham games. They have some pretty cool benchmarking. We got to turn off the VSync though, otherwise it won't do it correctly. Okay, no VSync. Thank you. VSync off. Yes. Make sure it's off. VSync off. Okay. Alright, let's check out this benchmark. I love benchmarks. This is with everything maxed at 1080p. On my new PC, I was able to average 141 frames per second in 4K on Horizon Zero Dawn max settings. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Seems like it's holding pretty close to 60. So that's fine. I honestly feel like as long as you get close to 60, give or take a few frames here or there, it doesn't really need to be any better than that. Obviously, it's awesome if you can get something that performs, say, average 60. It's not bad. If you can get something that performs at a higher frame rate than that and you want to use a higher frame rate, then that's cool. I've, for YouTube purposes, there's literally no reason to be higher than 60 though, because YouTube can't actually do higher than 60 frames per second. So I think we're good with that game. So yeah, I got a ton of stuff that I need to install. See all these Steam games I have? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm not even a PC gamer. Why do I have all these Steam games? It's crazy. I got a bunch of indie games too. Like little, I keep finding these games on sale. And I'm like, oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. This right here, I'm particularly happy to have these two Transformers games, the Fall of Cybertron and the War of Cybertron. Those are kind of getting expensive if you want to buy them on 360 or PS3. And they run at 30 frames on PC still. They don't actually run any better as far as that goes, but they run at a much higher resolution, obviously. And I think they're more stable. So it's really cool having those on here. I played through both of these games a couple of times. Since this game wasn't designed to support controllers, BS, it works fine with a controller. Whatever. Go home, Steam, you're drunk. Can run another benchmark. Like I said, I love benchmarks. They teach you a lot about your system and show you what you need to do to get more performance out of it. So we've got everything set very high, except for anti-aliasing. I'm not going to use that. 1080p. Let this run. This is a pretty cool benchmark. They make some good benchmarks. How do you even have them? Were you on Humble Bundle or etc.? What do you mean? The Transformers games? No, I bought them years ago. I've had them for quite a while. Okay, I got to hit F9 to run the benchmark. There we go. We'll see how it goes. Mike says human sight frequency is about 60 hertz, so they say anything over is overkill. Well, you can see the difference between 60 and 120 if you have them like side by side. Like you can see the difference, but it's not a big difference. It's really not. And then once you get over 120, everything over that is really, I mean, not everybody can detect the difference. Some people can, but it's really hard. I've seen some very interesting testing on that sort of thing. No, I mean having a lot of Steam games. I've had Steam since it came out. I've had Steam since, let me put it to you like this. My brother bought Half-Life 2 on CD, which I have the CDs for it, and I converted it to a Steam game from the discs. I've had Steam since Steam was a thing. So, I don't know how long, like 20 years or something like that? 18 years? I could check it in a second. I've had Steam forever. So I just slowly acquire games over time. Once in a while, every few years, I decide to try to play PC games again. And then I buy Steam stuff. Or I'll get, like you said, Humble Bundles or various things like that. This runs like way better on my new computer. But it runs pretty good on here. Anything more than a handful, you're risking a sprained tongue. Oh. Oh my. Oh my. So, I mean, obviously, if I buy like a new PC game, if I was to buy something like Elden Ring or something like that, I wouldn't want to play it on this computer. I would play it on my good one, you know, obviously. But for most of what I would want to do on a stream, this is fine. This is more than enough. I like the music they have for this. All right, let's see what our benchmarking turned out to be. Bink. 47.9. That's pretty good. That's okay. Okay. All the PlayStation stuff runs really, really good with the Swan Station. I can take advantage of all the enhancements and everything. It's pretty nice. Batman and Robin. Oh my god. Bloody Roar 2. Game looks so good. I never did play through all the different Colony Wars games. I actually I think I own all of them now on disc. One of these days, like me and my brother used to play the first one. That Colony Wars is awesome. That F1 game is actually pretty good. If you like F1 racing, Formula One, got a ton of games on here now. Talk about dark. I was talking about Elden Ring. This is where it all began. King's Field. Sheesh. Pretty rough looking now, but once upon a time that was awesome. The music's pretty trippy. Yeah, it's pretty good on that thing. Did you add your own individual PS1 ROMs or was it off a pack? Oh no, I went and sought out. I I there's so many PlayStation 1 games, dude. Like I had pick and choose the ones that I put on here. There's a bunch I could have put on that I didn't see. The Contra Adventure. No, or how do you say that? I don't know how you pronounce that. Do I not have that on here? Oh, I thought I had it on here. Maybe I have it and it didn't import. I have to try to look for it, see if I didn't, because I transferred stuff from my other computer. It took like 3 days. So much shit. Uh, but not everything. I think some stuff didn't import, and I had to like manually import some of this stuff. It's kind of weird. how it does that. I want to play that Star Ocean right there. That's the second story I want to play. I haven't played that one yet. You ever seen that Street Fighter EX plus Alpha? That's crazy. Bring it up here. Da-da-da. Pronounced air guys. Okay. Sounds like reasonable to me. Looks like you have both Lunar games. Yeah. I have never played through the Lunar games. I want to eventually, but I'm not sure how to do it. PlayStation, is that the best way to do it? Because they're on Sega CD also, right? And I think they're on Sega Saturn. Maybe? I don't know. PlayStation probably is the best way to do it, though, right? Unless there's like a newer remake or something that's better that I don't know about. I don't know. This is such a weird Street Fighter game. It's so strange. Silverwing says, I have Lunar 1 for Sega CD. Glad I got it when it was cheap. Yes. Oh, hang on. Saturn, yes, but not outside of Japan. I wonder if there's a translation for that. Wish I got Lunar 2 when it was cheap. I remember seeing them at the store and thinking I should get them and just not getting them. Because I was so far behind on RPGs, I was like, eh. And now, like, yeah, forget about it. Sega CD games are a little bit harder, I believe, but PlayStation looks the best. I probably should play it on PlayStation then, because, you know, I don't necessarily need a game to be harder. Look at this game. I mean, obviously this is enhanced because it's Swan Station, but so strange looking. I always thought it was weird back in the day playing this game. So strange. There is a Saturn translation for Lunar. Let me ask you this. Is it pronounced Lunar or Lunar? Because I hear people say Lunar. And I'm like, why is it? I know in the game when they say the name, they say Lunar. But I don't know why. And I don't know if it's necessarily supposed to be that way. Because sometimes Japanese games, they pronounce things wrong. They just say they have some weird pronunciation for things. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird Street Fighter.
EX plus Alpha.
Plus Alpha. Yeah, we're not going to play that. Not right now. We're just testing stuff. In fact, I'm going to have to wrap things up here in just a minute. Just wanted to test some stuff. Tales of Destiny. Should I play that? Is that like Tales of Fantasia? Is that like a sequel, or is it related to that at all, or just another like in a series, kind of like the X-Files, or you know, those, you know what I mean, like a series where everything's all one series, but it's not connected at all. Final Fantasy, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know. I have no idea. I pronounce it Lunar. Lunar. Different series, but same game makers. Yeah, I probably should play that sometime. Tales of Destiny 2. Yeah, PlayStation has some really great games. Never played Thousand Arms. I don't know if that's any good. Beautiful system. Saturn stuff runs pretty damn good on here. Like, I was very surprised. Like, I'll show you Sega Rally Championship. I was surprised how good this runs. Check this out. I think I would still want to play on my real Saturn, but why not try this too? I mean, seems like it's running pretty good. It's way better than what it used to be, that's for sure. It's sticking at a solid 60 frames per second too. Yeah, I definitely should. I got to get caught up. There's so many RPGs, dude. Thousand Arms has dating simulation? Okay. Silverwings, listen. Not every game made the transition for some reason. I have to manually go back and import some of these. For some reason, they don't all want to go. I don't know why. So
Sega Rally Championship.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of games that I have to go manually add. I don't know why they're not in there. It's very strange. Damn, dude, you're gonna have to tell me the setup you're using hardware-wise. Well, like I said, it's a 1080 Ti. It has about 20 gig of RAM. I have like 3 old hard drives in this thing. They're all SATA hard drives. Doesn't even have solid state. And hardware. The controller, I'm using the this thing, SNES 30 Pro. Did I say it was a 1080? It's a 1050 Ti, 4 gig video card. So it's not like a spectacular video card, but it gets the job done. All right, hang on. I'll tell you the rest of the system stuff. Oh, should I do that? Hang on. I don't know what it's gonna put on the screen. Hang on. All right, it's an Intel Core i5 3470. It's 3.2 gigahertz, 20 gig of RAM. I don't know what else to tell you about it. I bought this computer for next to nothing. Like, this is in Dallas. They have a place called Micro Center, which I'm sure you've seen other places that have Micro Center. But what they specialize in, other than selling, I mean, they sell all kinds of stuff, parts and all kinds of stuff like that for computers. But one of the things they specialize in is refurbs that from businesses. Like, businesses will like have a whole bunch of computers and they'll have like too many, so they'll sell some of them, or they'll sell the old ones when they put the new ones in. So they have refurbs and they sell them to Micro Center cheap, and then Micro Center sells them cheap as well. And I've bought several refurbs from them for me and for different family members. I'm not paid by them. This is not an endorsement. I'm not a shilling for Micro Center. I have to put that out there, I guess. But almost every single one of these computers that I've bought, these desktop like business computers, I've upgraded and done other things with. But almost every single one of them I bought has actually been new. It's in the box, never been used. So they call them refurbs, but a lot of them never even been used at all. And so, yeah, I think this computer itself, I think I spent like $150 on. And then I put the RAM in, the extra RAM, and I put the video card in, and I put the other hard drives in. But yeah, it's super cheap. It's a good way to go. Mike says, yeah, we don't have that in my area, but I have heard of it. Very jealous. You can order from them on the internet too. They will ship to you. Just check out their website. Downfink says Micro Center is pretty sweet. That's where I bought my parts for my PC. Yeah, it's a good place. That they do the same thing as like Newegg. Newegg does the same thing basically. But I think Micro Center specializes more in the refurbs and stuff. Absolutely. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go. I got to get up in the morning. I just wanted to do some testing on this setup to see how it was going to work. And it seems like it's going to be pretty good. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to, I am not making a statement saying I'm not going to use original hardware. Obviously, I love my original hardware. You know, I got all these freaking consoles everywhere. I'm going to definitely, I'm getting these I'm getting Axelay and Gradius in tomorrow. So I'll probably be using original hardware tomorrow on a stream. But it's good to have options. And, you know, this emulation and the Steam stuff and everything running off of that is pretty cool. So I'm definitely enjoying that. And I think it'll be a good way to make streaming easy and fun. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Oh yeah, Abadox. That's one of my favorite NES games. It's funny how we find a game like Abadox is a game that I discovered years and years when I think I was in maybe, I don't know, junior high maybe it was before junior high. We had to go to the doctor and we went out of town and my mom gave me a few bucks and I went into this place called Hastings, which was like a video rental place. And they had some games that they were selling and Abadox is one of them. And it was cheap. And I was like, let me get at this and see if it's any good. And I fell in love with that game because it was cheap and I was able to get it. And it came at a time when it made me feel a lot better. You know, sometimes the right time, the right moment, things stay with you. So I love Abadox. It's a great game. Yeah, you have a great week, Mike. Great week, Mike. Running my words together. Down Phoenix. Same here was actually the first game I bought with my own money. It was $20. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting, Down Phoenix. Wow. What a coincidence. What a coinky dink. Anyway, so Silverwings, Down Phoenix, Mike. Was anybody else in here? I think maybe Pharaoh Man 23 was here. Anybody else, if you happen to be here and you didn't say hi, hi. But I'll be back again probably tomorrow because, like I said, I'm expecting 2 cartridges to come in, and it's 2 that I am very excited about. So I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll do another stream probably and have some fun with the Super Famicom. So you guys take care. Peace out, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, I got to jump back in. I just saw that. The stubble will be better. Sorry, Down Phoenix. Game complainers, dude. Yeah, that cartridge is fucking awesome for the Game Gear. Good, you know, I highly recommend it. There's only one game that I know of that doesn't work well on it, which is Gunstar Heroes. There might be something else, but I know Gunstar Heroes has some issues running on it. So keep that in mind. But everything else that I tried to play on it was fantastic. So, Yeah, definitely worth the money. Absolutely. Okay. Now I'm going to go. I'll see you later. Nodding, why are you jumping in right at the end, Nodding? I just said that I had to go. God dang it. Hi, Nodding. Bye, Nodding. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. We'll do a Super Nintendo thing because I got 2 cartridges coming. We'll do that. We're going to have fun. I can't wait. The EverDrive was too much money. Yes. I don't understand why it's so expensive. That one works perfectly. So, okay. I got to go. Bye-bye.